Hey everyone, I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And welcome back to another color class. And today's color class is the one that I think a lot of you have been waiting for, which is Taylor Swift and her Eras Tour outfits. Now she's about to head back on tour and we're going through every single outfit. We have got them all, except I do think her new Tortured Poets department, the new Tortured Poets department, I think she's going to have a new set. I've seen some little posts that people are speculating something new. We obviously don't have those yet, but we will. All right, so before we get started into her first look, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. We would love for you to do that for us. So, bodysuits. These are like the gems. These are the things that I want. Where do I find these?
I could put the beads on for you.
That would take way too long. But look how gorgeous these bodysuits are.
Versace.
Oh,
They're absolutely beautiful. And since we're color folk, I wanted to point something out. And I noticed this throughout the movie. We watched the Eras movie. We were not lucky enough to get the live show. And one of the things I noticed is that she flip-flops from cool to neutral to warm, depending on her outfit.
She's definitely one of those neutral people with like more of a neutral skin tone, depending on what she's wearing, more of a neutral hair color, depending on what she's wearing. She always has her red lip though, which is very winter of her. Signature.
But well, you know what? Again, the rules are made to be broken when you know the rules. Once you know the rules, break them, because then you can make an educated decision.
Right. So our first bodysuit is leaning very cool yet soft. Our middle bodysuit is cool, but it has some of that contrast with the blue. And then our last bodysuit is warm. And look at that bronze color detail. I have to say, I feel like it doesn't fit perfectly into the Lovers era.
I love it though.
But it's gorgeous. Like those colors together are beautiful.
Because that's in your palette.
Oh, and you know what? We got some contrasting colors going on. Look at that.
Oh, be sure to watch the contrast video, the contrasting colors video.
But I have to say that first bodysuit, the more cotton candy looking one that kind of feels more of the Lovers album to me, I think that is a phenomenal suit on her. It looks incredible. It matches her entire seasonal look in that outfit.
Just so you're aware, Sarah pulled the art from the album covers to make sure that the colors from the album covers are used in these vignettes. And since she built her whole set around the album, everybody's kind of in harmony.
Right. And even like the little pink detailing in that cotton candy suit matches the Lover on the album cover. It's so perfect. It's my favorite. So what is your favorite? But I have to say, my favorite on her is that one. If I got to wear one, I would be leaning towards the warm. The far right, that would be me.
And I need to make you guys aware, I will not be wearing one of these. It might surprise you, but I don't think I will.
And you know what's funny? Everyone online was recreating these. Like, it was such a trend on TikTok to recreate these bodysuits. And people did a really amazing job. I was blown away.
And they did like all of the sewn on beads and sequins.
And like hand putting the beads on. When you said you could do something, I was like, we don't got the time. We don't have the time for that.
You get me a bedazzler and I will do it. I wonder what Versace thinks about people copying his design. I wonder if he loves it or doesn't.
I don't know if you really even consider, I mean, I guess it is a replica of it, but nothing comes close to what, like those, how many crystals were in there? Some ridiculous amount that were hand put on.
It's kind of an homage.
Yes.
So he should be very complimented.
Right. So the album just has all those cotton candy colors. I think that first bodysuit just works in perfectly. It's beautiful. But you know what? That second one, the blue kind of pulls her little around her neckline, the little blue around her neckline on the album. So I see it. I totally see it. But that last one, the bronze color,
this is picky, but because she has legs for days, so it works for her. But generally, let's say that I had a swimsuit and I had tassels right there, like making my hips look obvious and my legs look stubby. Wouldn't work for me.
That just shows you that she can pull that off all day. She can pull that off. But us 5'2" thunder thighs, that's not going to be my first choice of a bodysuit, I will say.
Especially the fringy one. But you look better in the high cut leg. So she's got kind of an average cut leg there. Yeah. So I like you.
I do like to go higher.
But that kind of creates the illusion of a longer leg.
And she doesn't need that.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, please, high cut all the way up.
I remember one of your bathing suits that did go all the way up to your waist.
That's what I need. All right. So moving on to her suits. I'm the man. Look how cool these suits are. Gosh, I can only imagine how long this took. So we have her silver suit as the first one. Love it because it's blending beautifully. There's no high contrast. It's soft. It matches her soft appearance. It looks really good. But the black, do you notice how much it's deepening her hair?
Yes. I was going to wait until you were finished to say, look at what happens to her hair with these dramatic differences in costume. We should tell you, for those of you who weren't like following this religiously like I was, because Sarah made me, she never repeated her costumes like night after night after night. She would always switch them up so that, if she was in one city for 2 nights, they got an entirely different costume show.
Right. She had to change it up. If you think about it, everyone got a different show, whether it was her acoustic set, her outfits. I don't think anyone has had the same show.
And, and you got to hand it to her because she just takes it above and beyond. But I went off topic. What I wanted you to notice was her hair was appropriately visible by season. So let's look at the first outfit. Her hair looks cool, soft. The second outfit actually brings her hair color down to almost not a blonde, which is crazy. Color does pull color. And
so she's wearing a deep color, so it's pulling her hair deep.
Exactly.
And it gives her the contrast with the lip color as well. So you're getting enough contrast with the hair, the lip, and then the outfit.
And then with this vibrant blue, it makes her look bright. Bright is a spring characteristic. So she's got the warmer spring hair. And one thing I wanted to say is when you're thinking about hair, your hair is a frame around your face. The only place you're getting any additional color is across the bodice. But most of what is you is being framed by your hair color. And this is such a great example because she makes the frame with every single outfit,
right,
but with different hair. Or visibly different hair.
Something else that I wanted to mention is whoever is doing her lighting is amazing because she's wearing all of these glittery, pretty much all of our outfits have glitter that's going to be reflecting back up onto our face. Have you ever seen like a red carpet, somebody walking the red carpet and it's shining back up into their face and they have like the glitter spots all over them? How are they avoiding that here?
Well, I'll tell you. Light, first of all, a little tip. Light reflects at a 45-degree angle. So if your whatever, it's usually here, whatever is 45 degrees from your face, you're going to pick up that color. Now, as far as not showing all the dazzly reflections off of the glitter, they use pin spots. If you look at the slide, the top of her head is lit. So by giving her down lighting, it's exactly what you see in a jewelry case.
Oh, okay.
Pin lighting right from the top of the head.
So it's not going to reflect back up onto her face. It's going to reflect down.
Or it's not going to reflect. Well, it reflects off the top of her head.
Right. Okay. Good to know.
You're welcome.
All right, fearless. So I have to say, I think these are my favorite outfits.
Really? I thought the bodysuits were your favorite.
Oh, yeah, bodysuits. These are okay. Bodysuits, yes, they're my favorite. But if I was gonna go like out and wear something extravagant, this would be my favorite. How do does that make sense?
I love the movement.
Yeah, it's just
there's just what happens is when she doesn't wear a lot of clothes, but the clothes she wears, they've done such a beautiful job of making the clothes move and be sassy and be part of the dance. Who is this designer?
Robert Cavalli. Look
Brilliant.
at that.
Absolutely brilliant.
And do you see, so I want to show you on the far left, we have the dress, kind of like the tentacles dress. I'm going to call it tentacles. It looks like, little tentacles coming out.
I get it.
We have it in silver. And then we have the tentacle dress on the right next to it in gold. Look how much warmer Taylor looks in gold than she looks in silver. Look at her skin tone. Look at her hair.
I've always said it. Mm-hmm. The color creates the skin tone.
Right. Look at her chest area. Look how cool her chest area is on the left versus on the right. It looks much more warmer because it's pulling warm. The dress is making her go warmer. It's amazing.
It is. And those boots are just divine.
Oh, yeah.
Although, if I were going to be like critical, I would wonder why she didn't change the color of her boots with the dress.
Probably because Christian Louboutin had to hand apply all these crystals, and he probably couldn't apply anymore.
All right,
Speaking,
tell them the story
of hand applied crystals. Though the dress, the long fringe dress on the left, the tentacle dresses. Hand applied Swarovski crystals, by the way.
Incredible. But that's not the story that you told me that I was so impressed with.
What story?
The guitar.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I think it was this guitar. Did you guys see
It was. I looked it up.
Oh, okay. So it was this guitar. Taylor and her mom did this guitar as she called it an afternoon project, which that looks much longer than an afternoon.
They bedazzled it.
Yes, but they put glitter all across it. How cute is that? I thought that was really sweet. And look at just the combination of Fearless, the album cover, and the clothes she wore. How cute is that together?
Notice the movement in her, like in that Fearless album. Notice the movement in her hair.
It's
now look at the movement of that dress.
It's giving the movement.
The nuances are just, incredible.
And pulling the color from the album and showing the colors down at the bottom, matching the dresses. Everything is just perfectly blending together. It's amazing how she does this. She's the man. And I did hear that third dress, that the little short.
Yeah, it's sort of 20s ruffled flapper.
Yeah. I heard that it might be a romper. So when I say my favorite, that if that's a romper, that one.
Super cute.
That's the one.
But you know what? I would doubt that. And I'll tell you why I'm doubting. But I trust your sources. But
I don't.
She does quick changes. So a romper, take it from me, is not the easiest thing to get out of when you need to get out of it really quick.
Well, there you go. So maybe not. If any of you guys know, let me know. Or put it in the comments down below. So, because if that's a romper, that's just the ultimate outfit right there. All right, Evermore. Ooh, Evermore. Okay, now I feel like I need to start with my favorite, but the Evermore dance with the glowing balls, my favorite. Come on.
The song at that moment.
You love Willow. That's probably one of your favorite Taylor Swift songs.
It is. It's one of my favorite. But watching them incorporate those glowing balls into the dance, and basically the colors of the glowing balls are the colors of these dresses. The red dress, if you notice, turned her hair red.
It does. It looks strawberry blonde.
Yes.
How amazing with that lighting.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
And did we ever figure out if these two yellow dresses were different, or are they the same?
They're the same.
They are. Okay. The color is based off pictures that I've seen. The color can go either way. It can either go mustardy versus the more lemon yellow.
And also,
sunshine
she's
yellow.
got light coming she's got a lot of backlighting.
Yeah, and
because you can get a sense of the
Right.
fabric because you can see the light through the fabric, which is
Right.
very cool. Although I did hear something unfortunate about the red dress. Did you hear the thing about the red dress?
where she shortened it? Is that what you're
No,
talking about? Oh,
where an online rumor started that she was pregnant.
oh,
And
yeah.
so
That's
she
because
had the dress remade.
no, that was because it was shortened to go to that because they were like, oh, she's trying to hide a baby bump, but I
Yeah.
think she just couldn't walk in it because it was too long. That's my guess.
Well, I thought I see it. Okay.
Right, you can see where it's short. Like people were like, "Oh, because it got tailored," and then everyone was saying,
No pun intended.
"Yeah," everyone was saying, "Oh, they think it's because she's pregnant, but she just needed a shorter dress."
People are so ugly.
All right,
It's beautiful. This whole thing, this like enchanted forest kind of vibe,
Right.
with the clothing and.
So this is done by Etro. Do you know? Is that how you say it?
I think so.
I'm not sure. So if anyone
I
can
haven't
correct
shopped
me.
with him this year.
Yeah, he hasn't been on my list.
He's on
yet.
your shopping list.
Yeah. But colors, they look good. Evermore kind of has just like this autumny palette. Softer. I wouldn't say it's exclusive to like color analysis autumny because we have a lot more warmer shades than we like our two in shades that we see here, the gray and the what is that, a pewter?
I think it's like a
greeny,
blue gray and
yeah.
a greenish gray.
Like
or
a
something.
green pewter. Both of those lean a little bit cooler.
But look at it in the background of those trees
Right.
looking all dusty. And
Right.
I also,
Soft.
Sarah, tell me if this is true. I also read that she did this particular album during COVID,
Yep.
where she was confined in a cabin.
Right.
And
Oh, I
so-
don't know if she was in a cabin.
Yeah, it was in an article I read, but I read it on the internet, and I think it was by Abraham Lincoln or something.
Trust those sources.
Bottom line, she recreated her cabin as a fantasy.
Oh,
cabin.
that is folklore.
Oh, what? Am I in the wrong era?
Yeah, the cabin is folklore.
Guys, excuse me, I'm in the wrong era.
The Evermore is the balls,
And the
the
trees,
witches,
yeah.
the willows,
Well,
the cape.
I will repeat myself when we get to Evermore, but the capes were fabulous.
Oh, yeah, with the dance. You know what was really interesting? So you should probably talk about your background. What is your...
Oh, so my first undergraduate degree is in technical theater. And so when you study technical theater, you study theatrical lighting, you study set design, you study scene painting. So, 4 years of that. And I can't tell you how much and I also worked as a scenic artist in amusement parks or for King's Productions and Paramount parks. And when you actually paint big drops like this, you have so much appreciation for what they pulled off. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, I loved when we were having the discussion about the dance and their robes and how they quieted everything down. Even though she's wearing like this bright, vibrant yellow dress, they covered it up. They quieted every bit around them just so the balls were glowing as they were doing that whole dance. I just loved how when they were creating that set, they really had to think about every single thing they did, the costumes, the dance, what they can do on a stage in front of people and get ready for it. It's just unbelievable.
Well, generally what happens is the costumes are not created in a vacuum and the sets are not created in a vacuum. And the choreography is not created in a vacuum. And I read something that she cried when she saw this choreography.
Yeah, that's the Mandy Moore, not like Mandy Moore as in she's all that. No, what was that movie? Not that Mandy Moore. The So You Could Think You Can Dance. Mandy Moore choreographed it, and she was saying like when Taylor first saw it, she like cried. It was so amazing.
Well, it is. It's beautiful. But so in these meetings where everybody comes together and you work through, the set designer becomes part costume designer, and the costume designer refers to the set designer, and everybody. These are created as a piece. They're created as one big. If they're good, now you may go to some shows where you got pyrotechnics blowing up in the background, and you got a big TV screen, and you got something over here, and they're wearing a sequined Elvis suit over here, and blue jeans and cowboy boots over here. No, this was
a show,
seamless.
Right, that was just. It was like a movie almost.
It was a movie, actually. Technically, it was a movie.
Yeah, it was a movie. Duh. How do you think we saw it?
I have a question, Sarah. And it has to do with this reputation.
So, reputation, yes.
How did that snake thing? Was it an optical effect in the Disney movie only, or did they figure out a way to holographically do it on the stage?
No, that had to have been a Disney movie only thing.
Okay.
That was so cool.
Because, again, having my background, I broke my brain trying to figure out how they would have done that.
I think that's only for the movie. They just threw in a little spice.
It could have been on the screens.
There's no way it was like popping out.
Oh, no. I know. I mean, the holographic one, obviously, is probably part of the movie. But to get that snake coming in, they could have done it on the screen.
Yeah, I'm sure they did something like that mirrored it. But, I mean, this outfit, too, incredible. This album,
now,
incredible.
Here they veer off of the vibe. The album cover vibe and the costume vibe are nothing like each other.
I think they're kind of similar. Really? You don't think they're similar?
Do you see a serpent?
Well, there probably is one somewhere in there.
Do you see any red?
I
think, we were talking about all these.
But like the black,
I'm
the
not
contrast.
complaining. It was beautiful what they chose to do. And that album cover does not necessarily lend itself to spectacle.
Well, this whole album is known for like the snake. I mean, it's known to be wrapped around the snake idea. We all know why.
Do we know why?
It's Kim.
Anyway, so love the costume. I'm just pointing something out. If you guys think it's integrated, let us know. Tell me how.
I think it blends so perfectly with the album, the music, what was done. And this costume, by the way.
The one leg with the snake coming up the leg is absolutely incredible.
Another Robert Cavalli. What did they say? They said ruby red, black, and diamond beads that this costume is made out of. And I saw some incredible recreations of this online.
Meant real diamonds? Because they could have said crystal beads or rhinestone beads, but they said diamond beads. Do you think they used actual diamond chips?
No way. What are diamond beads? Are there things called... I don't think you can get like a bead that's a diamond, can you? I wouldn't know.
You Swarovski crystals.
I don't think so.
It's.
But of course, our color palette though. We have the red, the gray, the black, the white.
What did these costumes cost, Sarah? Do you know the figure?
I have no idea. I don't think that's public knowledge because they're custom, right?
No, I got, in congregate.
Oh, what it would be worth?
I had a figure like $1.5 million or some craziness. And they had a fire after one of the shows. And the costumes got smoked out, and they had to, rush. And
how is this not big news?
I dig deep.
Oh,
I dig deep. Abraham and I.
Okay.
He probably wrote that article too. Anyway, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I wonder if the fact that all that action where she's covered on one side and completely uncovered, not completely uncovered, but pretty much uncovered on the other side. Do you think that has something to do with her passage through this time of her life where she was,
she's
kind of
transitioning,
buried in all this stuff, and then she breaks free and you got a bare leg and a bare
Oh,
arm.
but you know what? On the side that's covered still has the snake, and then it's breaking free of the snake.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. That's an interesting take on this. I really love that. And then like 180 degrees turn because we hit speak now. How do we get this dress? Look at this thing.
Do you ever think about the weight of these?
I absolutely did. I was like, there is no way this woman is just running around with these dresses on.
Because, you know, I have a lot of jewelry, and I've been schlepping it back and forth. And the weight of beads, I mean, they're rocks. They're effectively rocks. So she's got this 3-hour high-intensity workout where she's singing and dancing and breaking a heel and walking around on her tiptoes and
But like,
and carrying an extra 30 or 40 pounds.
But getting into this dress and you're sweaty and sticky and that's what I'm thinking about too. And her hair still looks good. Come on. I would be so flushed. Like my cheeks
But
would
you
be
know
so
what?
red.
If you look carefully in the Disney movie, you can see her get blushed.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel
You know,
a little better.
And I've seen pictures where she did the show in the rain.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she was ready because she was probably so cooled down.
And then I started wondering what happens to those costumes when they get wet.
Ooh, I wonder who their dry cleaner is.
How did they do that? Which is absolutely crazy. And, you know, what are you going to do?
Right.
If they take however long, a month, 2 months to bead, and suddenly, you know, your costume is destroyed.
But would rain really destroy it?
Don't know. I do not know. Depends on the substrate of the dress, what they
Well, this one, I do have notes, and it does say, let's see, 50 meters of tulle and took over 350 hours of handwork. Wow.
Crazy.
And that's just one of her Speak Now dresses.
How long it takes us to do one video.
One dress. And she has a couple of dresses for Speak Now, but this is unbelievable.
Who is the designer, Sarah?
Murad. Yes.
Zuhair Murad.
And unbelievable. He does a couple more outfits. I don't think, does he do the next one that we talk about?
50 meters.
Ooh.
How far is 50 meters?
I have no idea. And then next we have Nicole and Felicia. I loved looking at these gowns. And I love that she has such different colors for each of them because the Murad dress was pink. Now she has like a gold tone. Then she has a blue and she has a purple. Now, when I think Speak Now, I instantly think of that purple dress because I mean, the whole album, the artwork revolves around that purple, but the blue, because she is a summer, she's soft. That blue color looks incredible on her. And all of these colors are soft.
But you know what? That blue is a really warm blue. And it's almost making her,
With the silver on it, it kind of frosts it. Frosted?
I don't know. Maybe it's your monitor. Maybe it's my eyeballs.
Maybe.
But I'm reading it as being a little more blue than, say, sky blue.
Ooh, speaking of the blue dress, let's see. It took roughly 2,100 hours for completion.
And you know what? This is like fantasy prom dress.
Which one of these, if you had to pick one, would you choose?
I don't care for the purple.
Okay.
So
she did have a little like wardrobe malfunction in the purple. It like had a bump in the back, like it wasn't fully draped out properly. Oh. So I have seen a slight wardrobe malfunction with that one.
Let me just say this. If you look at the movie carefully, you'll see that they gave her a pocket for her mic and beaded that too.
Incredible.
And so I would pick the blue. Because that's my favorite color right there.
Yeah. Just since I would probably still pick the blue too. I really like the blue. I think it's gorgeous. All right, let's see. Moving on to Ellie Saab. This actually walked the runway. The one on the left, the dress on the left with the flowers at the bottom, a model walked the runway in that dress. Crazy, right?
No, I can believe that. Look how dark her hair looks.
It does. The lighting definitely changed there.
Oh, no pin lights.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You don't have all that well, maybe a little. But the reflectivity, you know, she's definitely got the pin lights.
It's probably nighttime the way that the photo was taken. It was probably late, so there's not the lighting is going to her face and not her hair, so it's probably what's causing it.
She almost looks like she has a tan.
And then you have, let's see, this was for the fall winter collection 2022-2023.
Now this is my favorite gown.
Oh, the one on the right?
Yes, because she steps out and she's Cinderella. In my mind, she walks out and she not the scrubber washerwoman Cinderella, but the
she
Cinderella.
looks so tall in this dress. Do you see how tall she looks? Is that just the picture?
No, but you know what? They could have put her in platform shoes.
Maybe, but she looks so tall.
She does.
It looks like a model.
Well, that bell-shaped part of the dress is just lovely.
Now, we had to compare all of them together. So, at the bottom, that little bar of colors is what's pulled from the album. Look how the dresses have kind of matched the album colors. So, we have the purple or the pink, pinky purple kind of color matching that first Murad dress. We have the purple. That purple doesn't quite match, but you know, it's in there. The blue doesn't quite match.
I get the vibe because the lighting is going to affect the color of those dresses.
Absolutely.
So we don't know, in point of fact, what color those dresses really were. But I see the palette. I see that you know, they're making an attempt.
Like the soft fairy tale.
Again, think about the attention to detail. And the fact that she was so acutely aware of her fans and their favorite albums that she wanted to recreate the era for them as perfectly as she could. And that's above and beyond.
Absolutely. Red, Taylor's version. Now, this is the one that I don't think lines up perfectly. Out of all of them, this is the one, I feel like this is more, the outfit chosen was more reputation than red. Because red gives me, like the album cover gives me autumn vibes. And it gives me just like a softer palette.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like
It
even...
does. And you know what? I didn't know that. We haven't discussed this previously. But it's discordant. You know, that she jumps into that T-shirt about, you know, with different sayings on it, and the red guitar and the sequins, and I get that. I get that vibe. It was the whole everything was kind of discordant.
It doesn't feel of harmony as much. Now, each of those felt right for the song, but with the album cover and all of the outfits just did not have the coordination that I thought it would, you know?
Yeah. I don't know why she made those choices, and I can't even speculate.
Folklore.
I finally get to talk about my cabin.
This one, just show-stopping. Look at these dresses. I just love how everything is so unique to the album. It, like, now you get hit with these flowy, whimsical dresses. It's so beautiful.
And again, I know that I'm making too big a deal of this, but the movement in the dresses became part of the show. And the fact that she could sort of wield those dresses around to kind of flounce, and it was part of the visual spectacle.
Now, what do you think about the colors of this particular, I guess, just album?
Well, I think that the album colors were probably too muted and too neutral to provide a spectacle as far as that goes. So
I guess she does need to stand out on the stage. So she does need a little bit of higher contrast colors. So it looks like the album colors are down at the bottom. I pulled these colors from the music video, like where she's getting out of the piano, the gold lights, but then the sea. So I pulled these like deeper colors from that. But
the sea, the blue dress could represent the sea.
It could. The green could represent like the moss.
Yeah, that moss piano was insane.
Right.
For
some
those of you
representation.
who haven't seen it, in this set, they bring out this piano. Now, if you're thinking, well, she's got this deep glade vibe in the forest thing going, what the heck? How do you do a grand piano, you know, that follows that vibe? They covered it in moss.
It's stunning.
I mean, it was beautiful. It did not look like Swamp Thing.
Right. Oh my goodness. That just the whole set, the house, everything about it was so gorgeous.
And I repeat, now with the correct album, she said in an interview that because she was in lockdown during COVID and she wrote this music, she was in a cabin. So what she tried to do is represent her time in the cabin on the set, as the set. On the set.
Well, it came across perfectly on the tour because that was just
beautiful.
I mean, I think everything a part of this is just gorgeous.
And here we have the cabin and probably the same moss that was on the piano. Just giving a nod to the scenery.
The set designer will probably never work with moss again. She's probably over it.
And once again...
Oh, here's the vibrant color. This is why they needed those vibrant colors. So she would stand in front.
That's right. So she would pop. That's exactly what... You read my mind, girl.
I got you.
Notice the dancers become part of the scenery. And Taylor doesn't.
So 1989. How cute. I mean, adorable. Absolutely love it. Robert Cavalli again. And let's see. All of the fringe and crystals were handcrafted. And she announced the 1989 Taylor's version in the blue. How cute is that?
Very cute.
So she's had the maroon, the green, and the orange, all adorable. And then she announced the 1989 with the blue to match the album. I absolutely love it. And look how it kind of falls in with the album colors. So down at the bottom, we have the different album colors. I see the orange being pulled and I see the blue. The maroon is a little bit out there, and so is the green. So we have two colors that are a bit, that don't quite match, but she needs to stand out.
Yeah, and again, it's not just. I mean, granted, she did try to be true to her album aesthetic,
right?
But at the same time, she's got the song aesthetics to think about.
Exactly. Now, I want you to look at her skin tone in the green.
Yeah, very green.
Very yellow green.
Yeah. So color pulls color. Color pushes color.
Oh, this is a really great example, like you were mentioning. So look at the green versus the blue. Look at her stomach area. The green, because it's so yellow based, look at the color her stomach's going to go. Because of the blue dress being so blue based, her stomach's color, the skin color of her stomach is going to go cool.
And
so
not
you can
to
see
mention her hair.
Right. So cool on the right and then warm on the far left.
And red hair for the red dresses. Look at the backlighting for her in the orange dress. Her hair looks like yours.
It does. It has a lot of warmth to it. All right. Next we have the acoustic set. Now this is kind of fun because did you know that each one of these dresses lined up and you can actually see it underneath the 1989 outfits. So under each of these dresses is her 1989 and it coordinates. So the green with the green, the orange and the yellow, I shouldn't say coordinate. The little belt is orange for the yellow dress, but you also have the red with the red and the blue with the blue.
So are you saying that the mini skirt outfit is under?
Yes, it's under. You see the green dress? You can see it sparkling in the front.
I see a little bit of it, yes.
So each one of these she tossed it over the outfit just to give her a whole new whimsical look for the acoustic, and I love it. Midnight's lavender haze, the cute little dress shirt with the furry purple jacket. So many different options that she had on stage. I believe this is all of them. I was worried that two of these looked very similar. So far we have 6 dresses in total with the purple jacket.
I wonder what prompted that sheath dress. And the fit is kind of loose.
Right.
And the armholes are kind of big. And so my question is, what was it about that song that lended itself to, it looks a little bit like a house dress.
Haze. I love it though. It's gorgeous.
I've got no complaints. It's just the fit compared to the bodysuits. And the only thing that's even roughly, remotely like that is the t-shirt with the graphics.
And then, I had to pull color. So I pulled these colors from the lavender haze, all the different shades of purple, just so it actually blended in and made, the overall look just melt together beautifully.
Yeah, except for the teal.
The teal does stand out a little bit.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention, though, that look how golden it makes her.
It looks gorgeous on her. So, yes, you take that teal because it looks amazing on you. And then you can work everything else within the lavender haze palette. But, that teal is stunning on her. So, Midnight's not only had the dress shirt and the furry jacket, it also had a couple bodysuits, which, I love. All right, so we have Murad, and he did the first and the second. And then we have Oscar de la Renta, who did the third. Which one's your favorite?
The middle one.
Really? It kind of gives her abs. That's why.
Yeah, and that is why I like the middle one. The detail of it, I think, is just really stellar.
It's incredible. I like the little the garter belt. Two of them have the garter belts. I think that's really cute. But I like the Oscar de la Renta one too because it has like the droops in the middle, like it hangs in the middle. The first one has like a skirt, and then the last one has like the droops.
This is interesting that she split up the designers for this particular set.
Yeah.
Oscar de la Renta, very traditional, old school kind of designer, nothing, really out there.
Right.
And Maher is, really creative and more of almost a costume designer in the way that he worked on these costumes.
Yeah, Murad. So going to some of the notes, Oscar de la Renta, it features 315 hours of construction and over 5,300 hand embroidered crystals and beads. So of course we have to bring it back to the album cover, pull in the colors from the album color. Now, I think these bodysuits aren't just a note to the Midnight's album cover. I think they're a note to Midnight as itself. They really represent just, the dark, the starry night. So I don't think it was really meant to address the album.
As did the scenery.
Right, yeah.
But you know what? If you look at her face on the cover and you took a Photoshop dropper tool and you dropped it on the lips and you dropped it on the skin, I mean... It's kind of...
That's what we did down at the bottom. That bar is literally colors pulled straight from the album cover.
So it's harmonious.
Yeah. It blends. These bodysuits do blend into this palette of Midnight's. Lastly, Karma. Come on. She tosses her... What would you call this?
Well, you know what it's reminiscent of to me? It reminds me of those 70s fringe jackets that it almost has that vibe to it. Lots of movement. It becomes part of the dance. But that's kind of what it, especially the pink one, it reminds me of.
I think Karma is just such a fun and funky song, and they wanted to end on a really high note and a vibrant, beautiful, just out there, colorful note to end the concert with. There's nothing else better than just this flowy movement burst of color. And I love the way it like drapes across her. It just, that's what we should have worn today.
I don't have one.
Well, yeah, neither do I.
Shock, but I wonder if this will, and now we're moving right off the whole Eras tour, but I wonder if this will influence designers.
I hope so. There is nothing more that I need. A bodysuit, the Fearless dress as a romper, this jacket, gorgeous, a t-shirt dress, a very sparkly t-shirt dress I could use. You know what,
guys? If you subscribe, I promise you that when Sara gets these pieces added to her wardrobe, I will insist that she model them for you.
Yeah. We just need to get our channel a few more subscribers.
We have our goal. We have a goal. We're going to make our goal.
A few more subscribers, and maybe one day I'll be able to get a bodysuit.
I still have people still comment that they want to see you in the Jessica Rabbit dress.
Oh, yeah. I will post that. I'm so sorry. I will post that on YouTube as a post. You know what I mean. I'll post it.
It takes you on a journey. This whole Eras tour the whole show, everything. It really takes you on a journey. It's like a time machine kind of deal. And by the time I got to Midnights, it was midnight. I was ready to go to sleep. It's exhausting.
It's it's amazing what she has done. She is an incredible artist, and she really respects every one of her fans. So thank you, Taylor Swift, and thank you for watching. Lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe. We would love to bring you along our color analysis journey with us. We would love to have you. Lastly, I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And we'll see you in our next color class video.